Let's dive right into this explainer, where we're going to uncover the astonishing contrasts and, honestly, the hidden depths of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Today we're looking at a place that truly defines the word giant. And I don't just mean physical landmass, although that is huge. I mean a giant in its history, its culture, and its sheer, remarkable resilience. To kick things off, I want you to take a second and picture the scale of the African continent. We all know it's absolutely massive, right? Home to some incredibly huge nations. So take a wild guess. Which country actually claims the #1 top spot for size? Well, the answer is Algeria. It is an absolute giant. We're talking more than 2.3 million square kilometers of territory. To put that into perspective, it's this vast, sweeping expanse of land that practically acts as an anchor for the entire northern half of the continent. It's mind-bogglingly big. But here's where we hit our first massive contrast. Despite that enormous overall size, nearly 80% of Algeria's territory is actually swallowed up by the harsh, unforgiving landscape of the Sahara Desert. Because of this extreme geographical reality, most of the population is driven to live along a thin 20% sliver in the north, mostly hugging the Mediterranean coastline. Just imagine a country that huge, where almost everyone is clustered right at the very top edge. And this coastal clustering gives us some incredible cities. Take Algiers, the nation's capital. People beautifully nickname it the White City, and it totally earns that name. It's full of these striking, bright whitewashed buildings that step gracefully down the hillsides, looking directly out over the stunning blue waters of the Mediterranean Sea. It's such a gorgeous visual contrast to the endless golden sands dominating the south. Moving on to Section 1, a resilient, fascinating history. The timeline of this giant is incredibly complex. It's like a massive puzzle, layering together all these distinct, powerful eras. It flows all the way from ancient civilizations that left behind prehistoric rock art and monumental Roman ruins, right through a really long period of Ottoman Empire rule. Then there's a huge shift in 1830 when the region was colonized by France. Finally, after a very long, deeply bloody and difficult struggle, the timeline culminates in triumph. Algeria officially gained its independence on July 5, 1962. Now you have to understand, this fierce fight for freedom isn't just some dusty date on a calendar for them. It's literally the beating heart of their modern identity. The struggle is forever immortalized in the country's national anthem, titled Casamance. This anthem isn't just a song, it acts as a living, breathing reflection of their uncompromising fight for independence and the unbreakable resilience of the Algerian people. If we look a bit deeper at its historical footprint, Algeria boasts seven incredible UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And talk about deep historical contrasts. On one hand, you have the impeccably preserved ancient Roman ruins of cities like Timgad and Jimala up in the north. But then, if you venture deep down into the desert, you'll stumble upon breathtaking prehistoric rock art scattered across the Tassili Nanger sandstone plateau. It's literally a country where you can study the Roman Empire and prehistoric human existence all in one trip without ever crossing a border. This brings us to Section 2, a unique cultural blend. Algeria's cultural fabric is so intricately woven together. You've got deep Arab influences, the incredibly rich heritage of the indigenous Amazigh or Berber people, centuries of Ottoman traditions, significant French colonial impacts, and of course, a deeply rooted Islamic foundation holding it all together. It's this amazing convergence that has forged an identity you simply won't find anywhere else on the planet. And the best part? These historical influences translate directly into something we can all appreciate: world-famous cuisine. The culinary traditions of the Berber, Arab, Turkish, Spanish, and French cultures have all blended brilliantly in Algerian kitchens. This incredible mix produces absolutely mouth-watering dishes. We're talking fluffy couscous, rich and hearty harira soup, and that uniquely spiced merguez sausage. It is so good. Yet despite all these rich, diverse Mediterranean flavors, the culture remains fundamentally connected to its desert heritage. If you visit Algeria, you'll traditionally be welcomed with dates, which is absolutely one of the country's most important foods, alongside a cool glass of milk. It's a profound, really beautiful symbol of hospitality that speaks directly to their Saharan roots and the sustenance of the desert. Let's head into Section 3, Desert Heritage and Wildlife. So historically, humans had to figure out how to actually navigate and protect that massive 80% chunk of Saharan territory, right? Well, entered the Maharistes. These were highly skilled camel cavalry units, specifically designed and historically maintained by Algeria to patrol the endless golden dunes of the vast Saharan desert.
It's a fascinating example of adapting military and patrol strategies to one of the most extreme, awe-inspiring environments on Earth.
And the wildlife living in this desert provides the ultimate contrast. Get this, Africa's absolute largest country proudly claims the world's smallest wild canine as its national animal. I'm talking about the incredibly adorable fennec fox. But, this tiny creature shares its harsh desert landscape with a much more formidable, stealthy predator, the critically endangered Saharan cheetah, an elusive big cat that still actually roams the most remote parts of the sands today. Bringing it all into the present day, modern Algeria stands firm as a resilient global giant. It's actually one of the world's most important natural gas producers, wielding significant economic power, and it acts as a major political player in both African and Middle Eastern affairs. But of course, it's also a nation facing intense, highly complex modern challenges, things like severe desertification and shifting environmental pressures. Yet through it all, it remains exactly what its history suggests, a nation of remarkable resilience, rich traditions, and extraordinary natural beauty. Knowing all of this, I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. If a country can successfully balance millennia-old prehistoric rock art, legendary camel cavalry, and massive modern natural gas production, what other astonishing secrets is Algeria just waiting to share with you? Thank you so much for exploring these amazing facts with me today in this explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll catch you on the next one.